Hello, hello, hello. The people over on YouTube can't see me. Give me a second. There we go. Haha. Aha. I have done it. I've figured out how to run a computer. Sorry, that took me a minute. Hello, Never. Hello. One second. Do I have everything I want? I think oh, yes. You're not allowed to sleep. Sleep is banned. How's it going? Go to bed. Never. Good to see you. We'll call in sick and say you can make it. No. Obviously. Ah. Hope everybody's doing good. Do. Hey, Robin. How's it going? Good to see you. What are you up to on this fine and lovely day? Or what have you been up to, I guess, being as it is the end of the day. It is. It very much is. Mm-hmm. I agree. How did that go? That's good. I'm glad to hear that it's going well. I'm happy that you're doing that. Proud that you're doing it. But life is that sometimes. It just is. Unfortunately, you just go like, "What? What's this is so stupid?" Everybody's stupid. Everybody's just marching towards oblivion just because. I don't know. Uh, I've had an interesting few days. Um, I don't know if people saw my post on Discord, but I am. Layla! Oh my goodness! How good is it? How good it is to see you. You know, we're pulling for you, Robin, at least. Mm. I'm happy to, you know. Yeah, we're pulling for you. The thing is, it's just. Yeah, it's. Unfortunately, that's just kind of. Yeah. The world is just that, unfortunately. It is. It doesn't really care about people, and you know, it's. You have to. Yeah. Yeah, that must be annoying. Oh yeah, I feel that. How's it going? So Layla, how have the days been? We haven't talked in a minute. Christ. Oh, what's been going with Rin? I haven't heard from her in a few days. Yeah, that sounds stressful, Robin. Well, I'm glad you're feeling better. What's going on? I haven't heard from Rin in a few days. Is Rin okay? Okay. I've had an interesting few days. Nobody asked, but I've had an interesting few days. I don't know if people saw my post on Discord, but I officially have signed up to work on a congressional campaign this year. So just as a volunteer, it's not like I'm getting paid or anything, but it's just like I'll be working on somebody's legitimate campaign for Congress for the next 8 months as a volunteer. I met with the candidate and everything yesterday. It was very cool. Yeah, I mean, I'm not. It's not a paid position yet. Yeah. Yeah, it's cool. Yep, I met the candidate. I did my onboarding yesterday. I assume I'm mostly just going to be editing like videos for social media, which sounds like what I'm doing. But I have no idea really. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so it's very cool. I was very nervous all yesterday because of that. Oh, huge. Look at that. Look how good that is. Yeah. It's for the candidate representing my district. See, I did see. Sean Finney. Not Mr. Sean Finney. He is running for Congress to Okay. He is running for Congress to Dan Crenshaw, who had been our representative for years, lost his primary, so he's the Democrat running to replace him. And being as this is an election, midterm year with a less than popular president, there's a good chance they'll lose their power. So, we have a good shot at possibly flipping this seat. So I'm very excited to do whatever they need me to do. I don't know. I was very nervous all day because I was like, did I really sign up to do this? And it seems pretty cool. I'm part of their Signal group. Yeah. I don't know exactly what will be asked of me, but I'll do what is asked. Thank you, Lele. I appreciate that. Yeah, so I'm now an official political insider, so you know. I am a low-level volunteer of a congressional campaign, so you know, as an official Washington insider, you know, a bigwig, a political mover and shaker in this country. But yeah, thank you. Yeah, this drawing is turning out not that bad. I think. But yeah, Layla, I kind of think that's where your parents probably think, is that your cousin is somebody that you need more help, that needs more help. It's one of those unfortunate things about being kind of competent is that they don't think you ever need help, you know? People don't think you ever need help if you're kind of an independent person. Yeah, okay, sure. Can you send me like the full thing so I know what? Can you send me the actual like the actual picture, because it's a little hard just with how small it is, and I'll be happy to draw it. Yeah. Well, then they might just be jerks. Yeah. Yeah, that sucks. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that that happens. Yeah, it does sound like that. Mm-hmm. Where did you post it? Okay, yeah, I can do that. Yep. That is something within my wheelhouse. As you should. I'm doing it right now. Donut. Donuts if you go nuts, if you go nuts. Yeah. So Layla, what's been going on with you? How's the art going? How is school going? See, sometimes when you're a high-level political insider like I am, who does basically the nation changes. Basically the nation is and isn't. See, the problem with refusing political or religious discussions, which I think is, if you know people disagree with you, like I always think, why even bother? Like, do you want the friend? Do you want to maintain that relationship, or do you want to yell at them at politics? And okay, micronation. Tell me about this micronation. It's like, the problem is, if you're quiet, sometimes people will interpret that as rapturous listening instead of ignoring, deliberately ignoring them. Oh, microwave nation. What? What is a microwave nation? I don't know if I've heard this term before. Ooh. Okay, Lele. It's always good seeing you. Okay. Okay. Why are the dogs cold? Okay. Hmm. This is you've sent me through an entomological puzzle here, Huge. Suggestions. It says suggestions. See, I misspell a lot of words, so now I'm worried if I'm misspelling it. How do you spell suggestions? S-U-G-G-E-S-T. No, I spelled it correctly. That says suggestions. E.g., like if people want to request a bit of art, they can. Okay. Donuts or you go nuts. Bam. Donuts or you go nuts. That's play nuts. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It very much is. you watching it? For sure. Hamburger! Hey Jaden! How's it going? Okay, you said donut several times. Jaden, how are things going today? I don't know. Jaden, how's it going? What have you been up to, Jaden? You know what I've been doing? I've talked about this. I am currently volunteering with a political campaign. I am. That is currently my what I'm engaged in. Yes, Jaden, check it out. Okay, Yush, what do you think? I did. I did this. I did this drawing for Yuji. So yeah, take a picture of it, I guess, if you want, like a screenshot. Yeah. So yeah, I'm working. I'm officially. I'm volunteering for to help try and help get somebody elected. Okay. Let me see. Oh, Jay. Jay. Oh, that looks great, Jay. Holy heck. Look at this. Jay, I think this is your best drawing I've seen of yours. I think this is the best drawing I've seen of yours. Yeah. Yeah. This is definitely. This is. It's Tato. Hey yo, Tato. Oh, you like it? You liked it? I am behind. I haven't. I've seen a few of the episodes, but I'm very behind. I mean, if you want to, you can talk about it. I don't mind. But good to see you. I'm doing good. I am. I've mentioned this or tried to mention it at least once or twice. I am volunteering for a campaign this year. I'm trying to help a guy get elected to Congress. I am a very low level. Yeah. Yep. I'm going to be helping out with. He's a guy named Sean Finney. No relation. Being as we have two different last names and we spell our first names differently. But he is running for Congress. He is attempting to beat back Stephen Taw. Okay, so it's my district. It's the district. He'll represent me in my district, and our incumbent lost his re-election campaign, his primary bid. So it is between a guy named Stephen Toth and Sean Finney. Sean Finney is a Democrat, and I will be. I've volunteered to be on his team as part of the social media people. So. Thank you. Yeah, it's very weird. I've always it's very weird that I'm just like, oh, I'm part of a congressional campaign now. It's like I met a guy who might be, I met a guy who might be a congressperson. Yeah, I hope so too. It'd be nice. Toth makes me very nervous. Toth makes me very nervous as a guy. Oh, okay, go. Right, read. Yell back that important things are happening. So I'll probably be bringing up the campaign a little bit here and there here on the stream, and highlighting specifically any stuff I've worked on. um, but yeah, it's cool. Jaden, I was gonna suggest Jaden. You should volunteer. There's people not for this. I mean, for like a campaign. There's people as young as you on. I was quite surprised. The age range is pretty severe. There are people as old as me, and then there are people as young as you, Jaden, on the campaign. I'm 33. That's relatively young. Yeah. So, what's next, Jaden? Any other comics you're excited for to read? I've been. I'm psyched that you're going on this journey. You're getting into a lot of good stuff. You did a really good job, Jay. I'm very proud of you for that. That is, I think, the best drawing I've seen from you yet. Yeah, yeah. Especially since it's the same team. That's a good one. Uh, um, yes, I agree. Time for some love from Marvel. I'm trying to think who would be a good Marvel guy for you. I mean, Chip's Spider-Man run would be good. Not the Life of Spider-Man. The spectacular. Oh, it has such a convoluted title. The spectacular Peter Parker. The spectacular Spider-Man Peter Parker. The long run he did. I think you'd really like that one. Um, I'm trying to think. What would be a good Marvel for you? I mean, the Colors trilogy probably is a good enough place for you to start. I have read a lot of Marvel. Um, hmm. Well, Marvel is always so weird because it's um, like Marvel usually has long form instead of short form. Like I always feel that the advantage DC has is it usually has better just graphic novels or like single story arcs, whereas Marvel stuff is usually like best stuff is paced like a movie. Marvel's best stuff is paced like a TV show. So it's always a little weird recommending Marvel stuff because it's like I don't know. Yeah. I mean Spider-Man. I think I recommended you a long time ago Kurt Busiek's Spider-Man run that he did, The Untold Tales of Spider-Man. Which one you cannot go wrong with a Kurt Busiek story. You can't go wrong with something written by Kurt Busiek. I don't care how annoying you found me on Twitter, Kurt. I still like your stuff. Um, I used to really annoy him on Twitter because I used to be much more jokey with him than I didn't think. I don't know. This was a time before it didn't occur to me that celebrities would actually read my retweets I would make, like read responses. Yeah, like okay. So the thing with Marvel is Marvel really shines in long form series. I find. Like I was thinking, what would I think Jaden, you would really say, oh God, why is his name slipping me at the moment? Oh, now I feel like Chris Claremont. That's so weird that it slipped my mind. You'd probably be into Chris Claremont's run as on X-Men. Like just start with Chris Claremont's run. Chris Claremont, his run on X-Men is probably something you'd really like. Trying to I'm trying to recommend you like Spider-Man stuff because I think Spider-Man is would be you. I take it you like Spider-Man, but Spider-Man is all long form stuff, you know. Yeah. Chris Claremont is really where a lot of people say to start. You liked X-Men '97, right, Jay? That's an adaptation of Chris Claremont's run. Christopher Priest's Black Panther run is really great. Individual, I don't know. Yeah, sure. Just start at the beginning. I always say that people should just start with the Amazing Spider-Man #1 and read from there. You know. Although, if you want something more modern, you could try The Untold Tales of Spider-Man, which is kind of a modernized adaptation of that from Kurt Busiek. What else? What else? I'm just trying to think of stuff you might like. Speaking of Kurt Busiek, maybe The Marvels would be good. If you that's a lesser known one. Where Kurt Busiek takes you through the history of the Marvel Universe. Starting, of course I have. I mean, Miss Marvel. Would be good. I was always a big supporter of that. I mean, the stuff I want to, like, I don't know. Tom King's run on The Vision is, in my mind, one of the best Marvel books ever. Although that one's pretty dark. Let's. Oh, Ed Burbank's. Anything Ed Burbank wrote for Captain America. Oh, and of course. Oh, why don't I recommend this off the top? Hawkeye. Read the Matt Fraction Hawkeye. That's one of my favorite comics. That is kind of what got me back into comics after a few years of being away from it. Was reading Matt Fraction's Hawkeye. I have a lot of love for those books. Yeah, read Ed Burbank's. Uh, uh, if you, the Captain America movies that you've seen, like the Captain America stuff that Marvel did, is pretty much an adaptation of his run. So yeah, yes, that's the one the show adapted. Yeah, that's one of my favorite runs in a comic book ever. Is Matt Fraction's Hawkeye. Maybe one of the best comic books ever written, at least in the 2000s. Ed Burbank's Captain America. Yes, you should read it. It's really good. It is. Uh, it's about it's about Clint and Kate. Yeah, you've seen the TV show. A little bit of problem is. Am I saying it right? Yes, that's one of my favorites. You'll like that. Yeah, the comic book. I love that comic book so much. Uh, yeah, I mean, the the Frank Millar, like, I don't know. Daredevil run is always considered a very legendary comic. Um, I don't know. Frank Miller has had a run of he kind of lost his mind at a certain point. Yes. Oh, I'm very excited for you to read that. The Jeff Lemire did a was the next one to handle it, and his stuff wasn't as good, but which is weird because I really like Jeff Lemire as a writer. But I so loved the Matt Fraction one. I was few but like the reason Kate Bishop is considered like a character now, like a big like a cool character now is because of him. I know she premiered in Young Avengers, but ha, Fred, how's it going? Where are you going? Going to the land down under, where the women roam and the men plunder. Is that where you're going? Okay. See, I tend to think in like, uh, just in runs more than anything. Okay. Matt Fraction's run on Hawkeye. The Winter Soldier by Ed Burbank. That's where all the that is where the like you saw all the that's a lot where the Captain America movies take a lot of inspiration from those. Let's see. Uh the Untold Okay. The Untold Tales of Spider-Man. I mean, just start at like issue 1 really with Spider-Man, but if you find it a little dated, the original comics, I would suggest going with the Untold Tales. Oh. Let's see. Chris Claremont's X-Men run, but he wrote that for years, so you'll be on that for a while. But I think you'd like Chris Claremont's X-Men run. Christopher Priest's Black Panther run. A lot of Chris's in Marvel. Let us see. Anything else I can? The exhaust, obviously, because that's already essentially what it is. What do you think, Fred? What do you think the exhaust is? It's the waste produced from the car moving itself. Um. Let's see. I'm gonna throw a real curveball to you, Jaden. I'm gonna throw an incredible curveball to you that you might not expect me to throw. Okay, Jay? Be prepped for this. Ahem. Alan Moore's Captain Britain. That's right. I'm going to suggest you read Captain Britain, the Alan Moore run. If you can get your hands on it. That one's a harder one to get your hands on. Chip Zdarsky's Spider-Man. Alan Moore? No, he wrote some of the best super. No. Where are you getting that from? No. Peter Parker, the Spectacular Spider-Man. Let's see. I'm trying to think of anybody else. I mean, yeah, screw it. Tom King's Vision run is pretty good. The Thing. It's There was a solo book of The Thing recently. From... who is it? It is... he wrote Devil in the Long Blue Dress. No, what is it? I mean, I recommend so many to you. The original run of Thunderbolts is one of my favorites. Walter Mosley, yes. That's the one I was thinking of. Walter. That was who I was thinking of. Walter Mosley. Give me a second. Look up. Okay. The Thing, The Next Big City. Oh, Astro City. Astro City. Yes, Astro City. You should read Astro City. You would... Yes, Astro City. That is one of my favorite... Hellboy and Astro City are two of my favorite non-DC Marvel comics. Outside of DC and Marvel? Okay. Thing... I don't know. Okay, two best Spider-Man arcs. Two of the best... Okay, some of the better Spider-Man arcs. I mean, the Hobgoblin... I was going to recommend the Hobgoblin one, but the Hobgoblin one ends so stupidly. If you don't know this, the Hobgoblin was a big mystery that went on. Who was the Hobgoblin for years? And it's a really exciting arc initially, and then it goes all screwy. Partly because the original guy who was planning it left, and two more guys took it over before. Anyways, okay. Spider-Man: The Death of Jean Vanderwolf, and well, okay. What the problem was, Jaden, is that the guy who originally was writing it left before he revealed who the guy was. So a different guy took over and started doing his own thing. Then the guy who was then he left and a different guy came in. So you had three different versions of the same guy. And none of them had figured out who the Hobgoblin was. Yeah? What proof is that? Let's see. I'm trying to think of any more you would like. Ah! He's not. Quick. Do we know who the Hobgoblin was eventually revealed to be? Yeah, well, it was actually eventually... Well, the problem was it initially... They decided eventually it was going to be Ned Leeds, who was like a background character in like the Daily Bugle, and it was just like Peter's reporter friend, and it didn't make sense, so they had to change it. They had... Yeah. Yeah, it was... They had something there, and then they kind of screwed it up. I mean, the Venom... you know, the whole Venom saga. Yeah, they totally screwed it up. It was a total mess up. because what happened is the original guy who came up with it left, and then 3 other guys set up 3 different things, and it became a whole like plot thing. I read almost all of them. It's you could and you can tell that the original guy. Batman Superman, World's Finest. That whole book. That is an underrated book. The Batman Superman team up is good. I'm trying to think of others. I mean, I've always been a big fan of Doctor Strange, but here's Mark Waid. Mark Waid's run on Daredevil is really good. If you haven't read his run is really good. Nope, there are very bad Daredevil books. I mean, generally, the accepted classic Daredevil run is Frank Miller's Daredevil run. This was back when Frank Miller was one of the best writers and not one of the more embarrassing one. Brian Michael Bendis's run. Brian Michael Bendis's. Who was the guy before him? The one that did that terrible thing. Yeah. Oh, yep, that was. Yeah, Yep, I was trying to think. Because where Brian Michael Bendis, I don't know. For as important as Brian Michael Bendis is in my life for getting me into comics and writing one of the first series I really loved, he has had some stinkers. And hey, do you know that Matt Murdock in the comic books was married, and then he ditched his wife in an asylum after she had a mental breakdown, and then started dating again? Do you remember that plot line, Jaden? Bendis. That was that plot. That was the Bendis contribution. Didn't Ed Burbank? Didn't Ed Burbank also write for Daredevil? Yeah. Yeah. That's that one. Brian Michael Bendis. If I could go on just a little brief rant about Brian Michael Bendis, if I could. Brian Michael Bendis is a little bit like. Brian Michael Bendis was particularly good at writing Spider-Man comics. Like, I would argue to his day, his runs on Spider-Man are still his best stuff. Which for Marvel is very good, but sometimes people who are very good on writing specifically on Spider-Man struggle to write any other character. Yeah. Well, to be fair, he kind of had to. I don't know. It was a Marvel. Marvel does that, anyways. I'm trying to think of any other. Yeah. I mean, okay, so the acknowledged like kind of canon of Daredevil, if you're curious, I don't know. I don't know. It's been years since I've read it. Like literally, Jaden, since I was your age, since I read this run, is Frank Miller's Daredevil run. That's where Daredevil essentially becomes this kind of big character, and that's where all the other. Yeah. That's where all the other. That's where all the other characters like. That's where all the other runs kind of measure themselves up against is his run. Frank Miller basically introduces every single thing that we know about Daredevil today that they play with, including Elektra, Stick, the Foot, not the Foot Clan. See, it's irritating because the Foot Clan in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is a parody of the Hand. I think it's the Hand, right? In Daredevil. Do you know this about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Jaden? I don't know if this is something. People don't talk about this as much anymore. TMNT started out as a parody. TMNT started out as a parody specifically of Frank Miller's Daredevil run. Well, okay, so the story is that the goo that so the story in the original comic of the first ever TMNT comic, what happens is they were pet turtles that Matt was taking home, and when he gets hit by the goo, they also get splashed, and he drops them in the sewer. So they were supposed to be Matt Murdock's pet turtles that accidentally got hit by the same goo that he did. And that's where the bit started. So if you look at like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in the context of that, there's a lot of very Daredevil aspects that pop up. Like TMNT has the Foot Clan, whereas in Marvel, the ninjas he fights are the Hand. If I'm remembering this correctly, and stuff like that. So it's supposed to be sort of a parody of Daredevil. Which is why it's so funny that they've never officially done a crossover with Daredevil when it's explicitly a parody of Daredevil. Yeah. Yes, it is technically canon to the Marvel universe. Yes, it was explicitly supposed to take place. They never got permission to do this, obviously, but it was explicitly supposed to take place.
in the Marvel universe.
Yeah, I don't know. Again, Jaden, I was 16 when I read. I haven't reread it since I was like 16, so forgive me. But yeah. But Frank Miller kind of establishes all this stuff about Daredevil. Like all the stuff that we know about Daredevil now comes really from Frank Miller's run. Mark Waid's run is nice just because it's like it tries to do something very. Mark Waid has a very different take on Daredevil as opposed to everybody, which it's a very strange. But Mark Waid takes it in a very different direction than. Yes, I agree. That is it's a stupid title. Let's see what else. Maybe Agent Venom would be a good run. Have you? You might like Agent Venom, Jaden. Have you heard of Agent Venom? Agent Venom is where the Venom symbiote attaches to Flash Thompson. But if you're gonna start with anything, Jaden, read Matt Fraction's Hawkeye. That's the one. That's one of my favorite series. I've reread that a few times in my life. Yeah, it's a good book. One second. Do I think I have a copy here somewhere. Oh! Oh! Why didn't I think of this? Why didn't I think of this? Of course I should have recommended this. Why didn't I think of this? Runaways. Read The Runaways. Read the original run of The Runaways. That's a really awesome book. What else do I have? book is much better, in my opinion. I love that book. It occurs. I just realized now. How have I not been like trying to pontificate the brilliance of Brian K. Vaughan as a writer? The fact that I've sat here and you've like, Sean, do you have any recommendations? And I didn't immediately recommend you some Brian K. Vaughan stuff. What am I doing? Runaways, Jaden. Read The Runaways. You'll like those. Those are the exact. Yes, yes, you should. Let me see. I have a ton of books. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, those would be good. Yeah. Yes, you should add Animal Man to your list. That's a weird one. And when you're up for it, take on his Doom Patrol is also something you should put into your list of books. Oh shit. I mean, yeah. I mean, yeah, stick with the original. I mean, the Galactus saga is like considered. I was actually quite surprised. Here's my take on the Fantastic Four movie. I was quite surprised that they did Galactus first, because the Galactus saga is, in my mind, the Galactus saga is kind of the finale of them, of their work on Fantastic Four. Like, it's the final thing they do. There might be. Yeah. That's a pretty good primer, really. And yeah, I mean, I think everything I've recommended is a pretty good primer. Oh man, I can see why this stream isn't getting recommended to people. I just noticed the YouTube has alerted me that the music I was playing in the background was copyrighted. Root. It's Root. Yeah. How's it going, Root? Good to see you, dude. We are. I'm just giving Jaden asked for some Marvel recommendations, and I was just thinking about some stuff. Yes, it was. The only good one is from the unreleased. We love Roger Corman in this house. You got any Marvel comic recommendations for Jaden? Root? House of X is good, yeah. Yeah. Um, yeah, that's a good one. Actually, it's a Hulk comic. Mm-hmm. God, that feels like a. Yeah. Start with Hawkeye. Stop. Okay, so this is curious. I wonder why Jaden isn't number one. Welcome back, Tato. Welcome back. Oh, to the USA. Welcome back. Oh. How's it been, Tate? Hope everything's going really well. Yeah. That's the comic everybody loves. Is One More Day. That's everybody's favorite. How's it going? Nobody gets nobody gets upset at that comic whatsoever. Tato comes in, Tato comes out. How's it been, Tato? What have you been up to these past few weeks? Oh yeah, how's your little guy? How's your little guy doing? Your little Gold Rush guy, Billy. Oh, Billy the man, doing. That's awesome. You beat your crush at you beat that's how did he respond? Like a gentleman, and thank you for the good game. You know he's good if he does that. Yeah, did he throw a little tantrum, or he was like, "Good game, good game, good game." Haha, that's very good. That's good. No, Tato's like a is like a genius. It's it's like a genius person. Ugh, sorry, I'm that's good. It's awesome. So this isn't the boy we sent. We helped you text weird stuff to that one night. Remember? That's good. Sorry, I'm fighting tiredness. I'm suddenly quite tired. Oh, after that text, obviously. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, exactly. Um, but we don't know he didn't not do that. Uh, yeah. Um, Jaden. So how's the game going? How's your little guy doing? Your little miner guy. What? Think, Jaden. Has there been any boys there who just look forlornly at their phone and says, "I just don't know. I just don't know. I just don't know what happened." So, Jesus, I am. Nice, Jay. That's good to hear. That's really good to hear, Jay. I'm trying very hard. I'm really happy to see you again, Tato, but I am dying here. I just don't know if I'll have much energy left. I don't know if I have much energy left. Yeah. Toner. Look. Look. I have done it. Look at my eye. See, look. See? My eye looks so lovely. Okay. Okay. No, I can stay up for a few more minutes. So, I'm well. Anyways, I talked about that already. I'm volunteering for a campaign this year, which is very weird. I feel very weird that I'm like directly involved in somebody's political campaign. Um. Uh. What are you, Jay? I know you're a sophomore, right, Tato? You guys, if you could, I'd suggest you guys should do that. By the way, the volunteer is there's a pretty wide swath of ages, and we have there's a few sophomores who have volunteered to do it. So, um, if that sounds appealing to you, it's like I didn't know kids could do it, but yeah, there's some high schoolers. There's people my age too, but there's also high schoolers there. I'm not saying for the guy I'm trying to get elected. I'm just saying for that it's some. It might be more fun than you think it is. No, I'm in the U.S. I'm in the U.S. I'm in Texas. I live in Texas. Did I just blow your mind? Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm in the US. I have I'll tell you why, Tato, because I have Canadian citizenship. I'm half I have I'm I have Canadian and American citizenship. My mom is Canadian, so I have Canadian citizenship. But no, I live in the US. Okay, there we go. I'm getting my second wind. Yes. Hello, endorphins. Yay. Am I blowing your mind? No, yeah, I don't. No, I'm in the good old US of A, Tato. Well, because I do have Canadian citizenship, so it is confusing maybe a little bit because it's like, and I go to Canada. Yeah, no, I live in Texas. I live in Houston. Yeah, no, I live in Texas. I live in Houston. I am from the U.S. and I am volunteering for an American candidate. I am volunteering for an American candidate for Congress this year. It's very exciting. It's okay. I've surely mentioned before that I'm from I live in Texas. Eh, it's less expensive than Canada. Canada is pretty. Canada can get pretty pricey. Yeah, that's how stuff works. It's good talking to you, Data. You're always funny. Um, so besides coding, have you been doing anything? Read any new books lately? Or are you just living in Billy Bling's mind 24/7 right now? Oh, ooh. What did you think? It's pretty good, right? Yes, yes, very great book. If you ever get a chance, the film adaptation that they did in 19 that they actually released in 1984 is really good. There is there is a terrible film version from like the 70s, I think, that the was backed by the CIA. This is real. This is real. There's a film version out there that was backed by the CIA that had Winston and Julia defeating the evil Big Brother. But there's a great version that they made in the 80s that I really like. Yeah, yeah. So, because they used it as anti-Russian propaganda. You would be surprised the amount of art and stuff that was backed by the CIA as anti-Russian propaganda. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But yeah. Well, see, what's interesting about George Orwell, and this is the thing that really um, throws people through a loop, is that George Orwell was a socialist, but he didn't like Stalin. He didn't like Stalin. He thought Stalin was a monster. No, it's very much a take that against the USSR and Stalin specifically. But it comes from the perspective of a socialist. So it's a book that because remember, so it's a very complicated politically a book. Um, he didn't like Hitler either. Famously, very famously, and this it gets republished every few years. Orwell was one of the few people that gave a bad review to Hitler's book when it came out before World War II. Uh, People tried to he was the first one that said this guy he's one of the first literary critics who was like this guy is an insane person, he's a psychopath, and this is a monstrous book. So there's definitely a critique of like just fascism in general, but it's to get a better sense of where Orwell's politics are, you probably there is a short story he wrote called I believe The Murder of an Elephant, and it was a loose adaptation of a real life incident when he was working as a police guard, when he was working as a military guard in South Africa, and was witness to what the British, what Britain was what was happening to England, what Britain was doing to the South Africans. He didn't have a very positive opinion about about them. Very interesting guy, Orwell. I believe there's also some, if I remember, there's also some critique of the English fascism movement in that too, if I remember correctly. Because I believe, okay, so yeah. There's also one second. Fascism. Yeah, Oswald Mosley. Yeah, there. I believe also. Okay, if I remember correctly, give me a second. I gotta look something up because I remember correctly. If I remember correctly about this. So one of the inspirations I think for Big Brother. Okay, so this is a guy named Oswald. This is a guy named Oswald Mosley. Uh, re- Oswald Mosley was the head of. Oh no! Was head of the British was the head of the British Fascist Party. He's another guy. But Stalin was. Of course, I remember you, JJ. How's it going? I am doing good. I am doing good. I am. I've been drawing. I've been working on some stuff. Uh, Me and Tato are talking 1984, and apparently Tato has glue all over their hands. What are you? What about you, JJ? What are you up to? I know it's just terrible, right? The glue. ba da be da ba ba. Oh, very cool. Okay. I'm curious, Tato, what you thought of the ending, because the ending to me is one of the most like brutally like dark endings in all of literature. If you ever want to share it, JJ, feel free to. I'd love to see it. Here, I'll dump some glue on my hand as sympathy. I don't have any glue. Well, I'll dump in my heart. I've dumped glue on my hand, but also I didn't really want to do it, and even if I did have glue. Is Jujutsu Kaisen your favorite? Wow, I can think clearly. Uh, peel or do this. Welcome back. Oh, so is Jujutsu Kaisen your favorite, JJ? Yeah, that's cool. What are some of your other favorites? You know what my favorite anime is? Well, it's actually a tie. I have two animes I really like. Cowboy Bebop and Fooly Cooly. Those are my two favorites. Tato, do you watch anime ever? Oh, what a pleasant feeling for your brain to start working correctly again. Ah, those are great. Hmm. Which one? I mean, you like Severance, and Severance is. Uh, yeah. I mean, I'm kind of old school. I have a suspicion, Tato, that you would like Fooly Cooly or FLCL. Yeah, I think that would be right up your category. You like your alley's Fooly Cooly. Of course, one of my favorite anime of all time is an anime called Cromartie High School. I've referenced that a lot, but I really like Cromartie High. It's one of the weirdest shows you can watch. It is a parody of high school delinquent, uh, the high school delinquent genre, which is a genre that does not is not really a thing here in the U.S. That is a very distinctly Japanese genre. Who's your favorite character in Demon Slayer? But I really like Cromartie High. Yeah. Oh, and you got more of it. It's You know what I hate? If I could be old man complaining about other old men here. I hate I hate when people go up to kids like you two and go, "Oh, appreciate high school, man. It's the best year of." Oh, then yes. Okay. But I'm going to say this anyways. They go like, "Oh, appreciate high school. It's the best years of your life." Rin! Good to see you. And it's like, they're good. You'll have some good times, but college, adulthood, there's all really good times in there. But also, Tato, you're like a super smart. You're like an evil genius. So of course you're doing well in school. Rin, how's it going? Good to see you. I hope you are doing fantastic. That's good. That is good. So what are you up to? What are you up to these days, Tato? No, Rin. What are you up to these days, Rin? Having a good time? Are you being a little hooligan? I have a little video doing it. Actually, not too bad. Ah, wait, yeah. Oh yeah. Wait, are you on? Yeah, you're in Egypt, right? Yeah. Do they have school? Is it the weekends are on Wednesdays and Tuesdays, right? Or Wednesdays and Fridays? Sorry, I'm dumb. Because when I lived in the Middle East, we had Tuesday Friday off, and then we went. Oh right, you're in Oman. Yes. Why did I think you were in Egypt? Anyways, yeah, yeah. We had Tuesdays and Fridays off. Hi, Bruce. Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. Yeah, we had two. Do you have a schedule like that? Because when I lived in Saudi, I had Tuesdays and Fridays off. Oh yes. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. That did not sound like a good place, and I'm happy you're out of it. Life's going good. I've been talking to people about this. I am currently in the middle. I have signed up to be a member of. No, sorry. I made a mistake. My mind just slipped. It's Tuesday, Friday, and then you're back to school on Saturday. Yeah. It's that's that. Yeah, I always went back to school on Saturdays. Saturday was my Monday. Yeah. Although your days of the week kind of get arranged around that to the point where you you're gonna be amazed how much of a week is just kind of an agreed on concept of like society. But yeah, it's an odd experience. But does Oman have does Oman have something like that? It's going good. Yeah, so I'm volunteering with a political campaign. I We just had our first meeting this week, and we're gonna. I don't know what I'm gonna do exactly. I think I have like projects. I'm gonna get projects. I assume mostly what I'm gonna do is like edit videos, edit like things, which is cool. I'm up for doing that. Ah, so okay, yeah, no, yeah. Oh, what's been going on, Bruce? Well, if you need to talk about something, Bruce, feel free. We're friendly here. Ah. It has to do with Friday, right? It has to do with. I remember when we would. Okay, if you guys want to hear like a funny story about. So uh, I grew up in the Middle East. I grew up in Saudi Arabia in Dhahran. My parents worked for the oil company Aramco, and so what was I going to say? Yeah, so it's oh right. So do you know what the Little League World Series is? Have you ever heard of it? Oh, right. Okay. Well, Tato, it was really good catching up with you. Hope everything goes well. Tato, 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 Tato. Before you go to bed, I want to say something to you. No worries, JJ. If you finish your game, and if you want me to, I am 100% up for playing the game on stream, okay? If you want me to, I will 100% play the game on stream, okay? But go to bed now. I just wanted to say that. If Yes. Okay, now go to sleep. Yes, yes. I'd be very happy to play your game. Tato is making a video game. Oh, okay. Well, Bruce, if you want to talk about it, that's okay. And if you want to just not talk about it, that's also okay. Sometimes the best thing in the world is just getting to do something fun. Yeah. It will get better, Bruce, but right. I know being stuck in the middle of these things feel terrible. I know. But it will get better. It's just. But life takes its time. Have you seen the new Invincible season? I'm curious what you think about it. I'll talk about it. Um. Okay. Yeah. You can talk about it. I won't get banned. Ren, if I'll get banned for anything, it's accidentally playing copyrighted music on here. I'm sorry to hear that, Ren. That is a horrible thing to go through, especially for someone so young. Do you have people you can talk to, Ren? I I want you to be able to vent, Rin, but I'm not like a therapist, and I don't like I don't I'm not the person to talk to. But that is a terrible thing to go through, Rin. And that's even worse. One second, I'll just drop something. Oh, poor Ren. Don't be sorry. It sucks, Ren. It just sucks. Oh, Bruce. Oh, Bruce. That's terrible too. Um. Yeah. No, Bruce. I'm sorry. Ren, I'm sorry. You're nice people, and you don't deserve that being inflicted on you. Yet it has been. And unfortunately, stuff sticks with you. Yeah, Ren. Is is there anybody? Okay. Is there anybody we can report? Is there any way we can report this, Ren? Like, is there any way we could report this? Like, even anonymously, you know? Are there like school counselors or something that you can like bring this up to? I don't know how it works in Amman. I don't. Maybe a teacher? Okay. It is unfair to you, Rin, that this has been placed on your head, and whatever your way, and note whatever way you want to deal with this is the right way. But it's an unfair burden on you, you know, because it's not like it's not your fault. It's not your fault. It's their fault, and it is unfair that the onus is on you, Bruce. That is a tragedy to lose your dog. I am. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that has happened to you. Um, it's unfair. That is unfair. Dogs are great companions, and I am sorry that you are going through this grieving process. It is unfortunate to lose lose a companion of somebody that close, of something that close. I am sure they were a good dog. I'm sure they loved you very much. And I know that they are gone too soon, but I'm sure that they died knowing that they died knowing that they were cared for and loved very greatly by you and your family. And I know it's sad now. And let it be sad. Let it be sad. Grieve. Grieve for your fallen friend. Remember the good times. And you will get through this, but it just sucks right now. And Rin, I know I'm so sorry that you have to deal with this, especially at such a young age. I know it sucks to deal with, and just know that any decision you make is the right decision. And in a just society, the responsibility. Anyways. Okay. And at least here, if I can't promise the rest of the world, but at least here you can feel free to just talk. Okay. Uh, so, anyways, um, uh, I'm going to segue to lighter subjects. If you guys want to keep talking about darker things, that's okay. But I'm going to try and segue to some lighter subjects. Um, Feel free to. Uh, this stream. I mean, how long have I been streaming? I've been streaming since 2020. But this stream, about 2 hours and 40 minutes. 2 hours and 41 minutes. I'll go for a little while longer. I think I have the energy to. I promised my mom for Lent that I wouldn't have meat on Fridays. I was happy to do it, but it's been I miss having meat on Fridays. I mean, if you guys want to talk about it, feel free to. I just see what I'm just drawing a buff elf lady. See what makes me nervous, if I could speak honestly, is people very much want to talk to me about a lot of things, and it's like I get scared because I'm not a therapist. Like I'm not trained to do that, and it's like, I hope I'm doing good. I hope I'm doing good. I hope I'm helping you guys out with some stuff, but I get very scared because I'm not like I don't have the proper training to do this. I was thinking about maybe trying it again tomorrow. So the campaign that so I brought this up very briefly before. I am working on a political campaign right now, like a real deal, actual political campaign. I'm working on. I'm trying to help somebody get elected to Congress. A guy named Sean Finney. And I volunteered to assist with the social media campaign. So right now I'm actually trying to do more social media stuff to just like get a better handle on what I'm doing. Okay, good. Like Bruce, you're just gonna be. It sucks. Losing. I haven't been the best before, so I haven't been as sensitive as I should have been before, and I feel bad about that. So I am trying to be better. So I actually want to do like more social media stuff. Than I've been doing lately. Partly the reason I was out for a while is just because. Hey Lynn, good to see you. Go to bed. Oh shit! I didn't say that. I said shoot. Shoot, where are you? Oh, you're in Memphis. You're in Memphis, Tennessee. Oh yeah. Are you going to Graceland? Are you going to go to Graceland? Anyways. Yeah. Or are you in... I've never been to Graceland. I've always been curious. Okay, go to bed. Good to see you, Lynn. If you... Yeah. Okay. If you go to Graceland, post a picture from when you go there. Yeah. If you guys don't know, besides being a frequent regular here on stream, Lynn is also in my D&D group. Have you guys ever played D&D before? Hey, Rainbow! How's it going? Good to see you. I don't know what voice I'm doing. Hey, Rainbow Dragon! How's it going? I don't know what voice this is, but I'm doing it. Good to see you, Rain. How's it going? How are the adventures of your drag queen dragon? Drag queen dragon. just I was just talking about D&D for a second. My D&D group has currently ballooned into, including me now. There are, Jesus, okay. Well, let's see. Okay, me, Percy. Percy, Opus, Ricochet, Lynn. Yep, there's 6 people now in my D&D group. I have 6 people. No, I mean I'm fine. I was just trying to think of how many people were in my D&D group. There's 6 people now, which is a lot, including me. 6 including me. It's a lot. Yeah. I unfortunately do have a rule that you have to be over 18. If you're over 18, yeah, but I do have a rule. That's my one rule. I have to be. I am the DM. Yes, I am the DM. Yep. Currently, all the characters are at a wedding. Currently, all the characters are at a wedding, and oh, yeah. If you want to join, then if you're 22. Oh no. No, I mean 18 plus. No, sorry. I feel like I accidentally misspoke. I mean, you have to be 18. You have to be at least 18. I mean, I feel like I accidentally misspoke. It's 18 and plus. It's not just. You don't get kicked out if you're just 18. 7 people might be a little bit hard for me to manage, Rainbow. I'm going to be honest. Six players might be a little bit hard for me to manage. I do want to start up another game. How I meant it in my head was it's 18 and plus. You have to be at least 18. I have been thinking. Yeah, I didn't mean it. 18, 19-year-olds, get out of here. You're too old for this. What action figures did you find? I meant you have to be at least 18. Yeah. Anyways. Yeah. That's what I meant. I didn't say all the words. Yeah. That's clear, right? That's clear. This is what's your first Smash all over again. Oh my god. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I was once talking. We were once talking about video games and Smash Brothers, and on stream. And so I go to this. I say to this person. I say, so we were talking about Super Smash Brothers. So I say to this one person. The person I was talking to, I said, so what's your first Smash? And of course, me being,
the innocent. I meant it in like I meant it in like what's your first Super Smash Brothers? Like that's what I was talking about. Like when did you first play it? But it came Smashes Brothers. So what action figures did you find? So I have been thinking. So this is the thing I've been thinking of Rainbow. I'd like to start a second campaign, and I've been thinking I want to do a superhero campaign. Like I have I it's where you guys would play where people would play a party of superheroes if that would be something you're up for. Just because I think, truthfully, I kind of think I'm at uh, seven. Seven people is a little would be six players would be a little bit hard to manage. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah. Well, I was thinking we could do like an original superhero campaign. Like, so did you guys see the? So did you guys see the trailer for the? Speaking of Spider-Man, did you guys see the new trailer for for the new Spider-Man movie? Looks cool. Spider-Man's fighting ninjas. It's beautiful. I'm trying to remember which one this is. The one. Yeah. Yeah. Torland. Yep. We love Toland. Yeah. Have you ever um have you guys ever seen what was I thinking? Do you know the character Hermlock Sholmes? Do you know have you ever heard that name? That popped up in the new not new. I just got a comment on a video I made talking about this, so it's in my head. That was you'll see this in anime sometimes. The name Hermlock Sholmes. If you can't tell, it is Sherlock Holmes, but they just switch the two letters, and that feels like it should be just like a convenient thing. But the truth of it is, it's like okay, there's a whole literary history behind it. I can think clearly again. Wow. It's kind of sorry, I've been having these really bad stress headaches for a while. And so suddenly, like, just the fogginess of it all has just gone away, which is kind of amazing. Suddenly it feels like I'm like back in control of my brain. What's your favorite character? Uh, It's kind of from yeah. Wow. From where is he from? I don't. Once you get past like the '90s with anime, I'm a little bit less stable in my knowledge. Oh, yeah. I need to. I need to read that. Um. Yeah. Okay. Sure. Explain it. So Rainbow, what have you been up to these days? Oh, I'm just checking something. Okay. That is pretty messed up. Yeah. No worries. Sorry, I'm just looking at. Just checking some stuff. Okay. Boy, I'm guys. I'm really trying here. I'm enjoying talk. I'm actually really enjoying this stream, but I am. I think I am very tired. I really want to keep talking. Bruce, I really am. I really am, but I'm fading so fast. I just don't know if I have the energy to keep going. Yeah. Really enjoyed talking to all of you. I think I will. I just want to say some stuff first before. I really I will. And plus, as now I'm a powerful Washington insider, my opinions are my word is quite needed. But yeah, I'm gonna I just want to say something. Okay, and then I'm gonna go to bed. I really enjoy talking to you guys. I really appreciate it. might seem. I hope that comes across. You know, I as happy. These streams are always a very good thing for me. I always leave very happy most of the time, and I'm glad I got to talk to you. I'm glad I got to talk to you guys again. I know the world is hard right now, and it is difficult, and we're all going through a lot of stuff. But you guys are strong, okay? And it feels terrible right now, and it will be terrible for a while. But it gets brighter at a certain point. I've found this every time I've gone through a depressive period. It gets brighter at some point. At some point, it snaps. You snap out of it, and you find yourself on the other side, ready to take on the world again. And that's just what I want to say. Okay. I have great affection for all of you people, and I hope you have a good night. Okay. And I'll try and be back tomorrow. I'm going to now. Just. Okay. Have a good night, everybody.